Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says he expects a vote on Kennedy's successor in the fall. But between now and then, there is a political war to be waged that will be waged no matter who President Trump nominates. Chief White House correspondent John Roberts continues our coverage from the North Lawn. Good evening, John.
Good evening, Brett. No question, this is going to be a tough one. President Trump learned of Kennedy's retirement early this afternoon after Kennedy called and then came down to the White House to see him. But his retirement had been expected for some time.
Half hour ago.
Were you surprised?
He came to the White House. We had a wonderful discussion.
In the Oval Office with Portugal's president this afternoon, President Trump paid tribute to outgoing Justice Anthony Kennedy.
He's been a great justice of the Supreme Court. He is a man who is displaying great vision. He's displayed tremendous vision and tremendous heart, and he will be missed.
Conservative groups are confident that President Trump will pick a replacement that they are happy with. The president has promised he will choose a nominee from his published list of 25 conservative judges. Frontrunners are said to be federal appellate court judges Brett Kavanaugh from the D.C. Circuit, the Seventh Circuit's Amy Coney Barrett, Thomas Hardiman of the Third Circuit, and Raymond Ketledge and Amol Thapar, both from the Sixth Circuit.
In our country, the selection of a justice of the United States Supreme Court is considered, I think we can all say, one of the most important events, one of the most important things for our country.
President Trump has the opportunity to cement a rock-solid conservative majority at the court for a decade or more. With the stakes so high, the president will run into a buzzsaw of opposition in the Senate. Minority Leader Chuck Schumer already urging Congress to reject all of the president's choices.
Americans should make it clear that they will not tolerate a nominee chosen from President Trump's preordained list, selected by powerful special interests who will reverse the progress we have made over the decades.
Until the Kennedy announcement, the big news of the day had been a pending summit between President Trump and Russia's Vladimir Putin.
It's good for everybody. So we'll probably be meeting sometime around my trip to Europe.
The foundation for a bilateral meeting was laid today by National Security Advisor John Bolton. In Moscow, Bolton met with both Putin and his foreign minister, Sergei Lavrov. At a news conference, Bolton said he expects the topic of Russian meddling in the 2016 election to come up.
We did indeed talk about Russian interference in the elections, and I expect it will be a subject of conversation between the two presidents as well.
The leaders last met on the sidelines of the APEC summit in Vietnam. At that time, the White House said there was no need for a bilateral meeting, that the two didn't have much to talk about. How things have changed.
We'll be talking about Syria. I think we'll be talking about Ukraine. I think we'll be talking about many other subjects, and we'll see what happens. So you never know. You never know about meetings, what happens, right?
The White House and Kremlin will announce tomorrow the where and when of the meeting. The most likely target the week of July 9th, when President Trump is in Europe for a NATO summit and visit to the UK. Two possible locations, Helsinki, Finland, and Vienna, Austria, where President Kennedy met Soviet Premier Nikita Khrushchev at the height of the Cold War. And one other piece of news coming out of the White House today, Fox News has learned that former Fox News co-president Bill Shine will take on a senior communications role here for President Trump. While Shine's official title has yet to be decided, it will likely be at the deputy chief of staff level. Brett?
John Roberts, live on the North Lawn. John, thanks.